This is the Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 125, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a man's point of view. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, our new ones, our OGs. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, a second porn star puts little baby on blast.
I thought porn stars are usually the ones getting blasted on.
Tiger Woods plays a golf tournament with his son.
This was a dream come true for Tiger. Now he can't wait till that boy turns 18 so they can celebrate together.
With some porn stars. They put some porn stars on blast.
Exactly.
We got a post-nut story from a guy who tried to pimp his way out of not paying rent. T.I. says whoever pays the cost should be the boss. And Nadia from Brooklyn is single again. What happened? Find out all that and more right now. It's an MRA podcast with Kyle and Kamal, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
And we're saving relationships one listener at a time. Kamal, today is Wednesday, December 23rd. That means in 2 days, it is Christmas. Now, you, brother, you being a Muslim brother, you don't celebrate Christmas.
No.
But your kids are like half Muslim, half, I don't know. Anyway, what's up, man? I know right now for everybody listening to this show, it is crunch time. It is the 23rd of December. The big day is in 2 days, man. How is that affecting you? We got kids, man. It's pressure. Are you feeling the pressure?
No. So
good.
I have one full-blooded Muslim and one half.
I love how the Muslims in their blood come out. Have one full-blooded Muslim and one half. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
so
cool.
One of them, one pure, other one, half of them going to hell.
Pure. Yeah. One pure, one half sinner. Anyway.
Yeah. So the half sinner, he's good. He's good, man.
He's straight. You got him taken care of?
Well, I'm not, but the wife does all of that stuff.
Of course.
I'm just forced to wake up on, Christmas Day and act like I bought some of this shit, but I just sit there and watch it.
You just sit there and watch and just wonder why you made these choices with your life.
Exactly. Now, the pure one's the harder one because his birthday is on the 22nd.
We about to hit 17?
Yeah, well... He's already 17.
Yeah, you're right. Damn, happy birthday, my dude.
Yeah, so his birthday's on the 22nd.
Oh, my God. That makes me feel horrible, Kamal.
The only thing he really wanted was a PS5.
Sorry to tell you, brother.
Papa Daddy-O has failed him.
Oh, no. Kamal, the lovable loser strikes again.
Well, I'm not the only one on this one, man. Everybody loses
you ain't lying.
PS5.
But you have to know, man. You had to know.
I didn't know, honestly. I didn't know. I really thought that basically, I'm like, like the iPhone, whatever. When the shit first comes out, when the shit first drops, everyone's like flooding it, and they sell out immediately. But sooner or later, everybody who wants one is going to get one, especially when it's Christmas time. Everybody's going to get one. I had no idea the entire world, the entire planet, and I realized these are different times. A lot of cats are playing with COVID money. So everybody can afford this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, ordinary times, man, some people just can't afford that $499 ticket, man.
Yeah,
so I was
is that how much it is, $499?
$499.99.
That's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would be like a Jeeper, man.
Oh, no, it's pretty bad. Well, they're going for... they marking them up. People been buying them, and then going to like the markets and stuff like that, and jacking up the price. So I'm not about to. I don't love the nigga. I don't love the nigga that much.
Hilarious.
That's my dude. That's my dude.
Hey, look,
but
man, I don't know about IG love. I mean you 17.
Yeah, we're gonna speak on it later on. But if he had like Tiger Woods' son swing or something like that,
now we talking, dog. Now we talking.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I've been trying to teach you how to dribble and shoot for the last 17 years, and you have failed me. So now you know how it feels for me to fail you.
Yeah, so
I feel nothing for you.
Well,
go in there and work on your dribble.
He's going to get one. It's just, what I'm saying, on his birthday, my guy is...
I owe you SOL.
Yeah. I can get him that 2K. I can get him the game. I can get him accessories.
Man, that's embarrassing, son. That's embarrassing, Kamal. That is embarrassing, though. You cannot give your son, I called you son, think about your son. You cannot give your son, now I'm from New York. Son, that's embarrassing, son. You cannot give, I was thinking about your son. You cannot give your son the accessories before you give him the game, Kamal. Come on, dog. MRA finger of shame.
I'll take that finger of shame, but this shit is harder to find than like a goddamn kidney.
It's not happening. Hilarious.
Dude, this is really, really difficult. Because the thing about it is, even when you try to, like, they tell you, oh, you know, Walmart's about to drop it. These guys got these computer bots, and they just get them as soon as they drop. You know,
wow.
It's like immediately. It's like, the algorithm or whatever the fuck the rhythm.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
That shit. And it's like,
maybe
man.
she just shit Howard, dog? Algorithms and shit?
I don't know.
At Southern, bro, it was like to get in, you had to learn algorithms. You had to learn coding, like, just to get in.
When you were there?
I'm just being,
about to say,
stupid.
Damn.
When you were there.
God damn, these niggas was ahead of their time. Them motherfuckers predicted the future like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no. To get into Southern, dog, you got to be able to code, bro. What you think? Like, that's... I don't know what they do at Howard, but in Southern, you got to code.
Man, you had to be able to just fill out that application when I was back in.
You couldn't even fill out the application was a code at Southern in my day. That's if you want to be a jag, you know what I'm saying? You got to be above the rest, you feel me? But speaking of stimulus money, man, the stimulus package is on the way. Every household, I think, is getting $600, and then there's something about an extra bump for unemployment, man. You said playing with COVID money, man. How you feel about the stimulus package? Are you disappointed? Are you excited? What's going on? How you feel?
I'm disappointed if it's going to cost more motherfuckers to buy the PS5. If it's going to happen. Like, God damn it, fellas.
Can you wait?
Let these niggas go out and fend for self.
Oh, man, that is funny, man. Hey, man, I'm going to say, I saw a video of Joe Biden getting his vaccine, and I was like, you get him, Joe. You get that. You know, I've been very critical of Joe Biden, man, but when I saw him getting his vaccine, man, he didn't flinch. He didn't cringe. I don't know what was going on under that mask, but I'm going to tell you, I told you when I got my COVID test in Cincinnati, I was holding on to, scripping into the seat, man. You would have thought I was getting the electric chair, bro. Biden took it like a G. How'd you like it, bro?
I mean, he took it like a G, but he's almost 80, man. After that, his senses are probably dull. And,
what he's been through. Yeah, what life is done.
Yeah, like he's probably getting Botox in his. He's getting needles on a regular basis, man. Shots of vitamin D and all of that stuff, man.
Yeah. That's funny, man.
I can't take a shot like a champ. I can tell you that much. I'd been, have my chick there, hand squeezing something.
Hilarious.
But Joe, Joe been getting shots for the past 10 years to keep him alive. He's straight.
He's stupid. Come out. So I talked about being in Cincinnati for my COVID test, man. In last episode, we talked about how I had not met the dude, and I was glad I had not met him. The last night I'm in Cincinnati, bruh, I meet the dude.
Okay.
So I go down to the bar, and I walk into the bar and I see a black couple, and I had just went down the street to get my food, right? I see this black couple there, and I'm thinking, cool. How y'all doing? They black people. I ain't seen that many black people. I ain't seen nobody. And every time I go to, I ain't seen nobody. So I see some black people. I say, how y'all doing? They say, hey, they thought I was delivering their food. So it was like, is that for me? I was like, nah, huh?
Goddamn racist black people.
Hilarious. So I was like, no. I was just, this is just me. So then, I go upstairs, and then I realize, oh man, I ain't get no drink. So I come back downstairs, order a drink from the bar where they were. And when I saw them, I said, can I get y'all anything while I'm up? Nah, I'm joking, right? So then the dude says, oh man, call back. And as soon as he said call back, I thought, that's not a word that most people know. So I was like, are you a comedian? He said, yeah, man. I said, okay, that's what's up. So now, just me being Kyle, I don't give a damn. I'm not going to talk to this dude. Me, man. My networking game is doo-doo. Like, okay, you're a comedian, I'm a comedian. I don't give a fuck. I just want my drink so I can go back to the room. But then in my head, the spirit is saying, hey, man, talk, man, network. Talk to dudes. So I'm just like, fine. Hey, man, where you do stand-up? Oh, in L.A. I was like, oh, you from L.A.? Wow. I'm from... And then I looked at the table, and they had the script of the shoot. I was like, oh, you here for the joint job. He was like, oh. It was like I was hoping I didn't run into you. I said, man, I felt the same way, dog. So we laughed about it, man. He was cool. I got his name, man. And I don't remember what we talked about, but it was just, oh, you know what he asked me? He said, were you hoping I got COVID? Which is hilarious because we talked about it on the podcast last week. I can verify that I said on the air, I did not want him to get COVID. That is his job. And that's how I saw it. That's what I said, right, Kamal?
Yeah, you did say that. I mean, that's what you said. I don't know what's in your heart, though, man.
You don't know what's in my heart, man. But I really didn't, dog. I really didn't want him to get COVID, man. You know, I rode the bench before, man. I knew what it felt like. It didn't feel good to be on the bench again, but I was just like, whatever, man. You know, this ain't his job. I'm going to chill. I hope, you know, I just, at the time, whatever. I wanted to go home. I wasn't tripping at all. So we laughed, dapped up. I said, man, I'm going to see you in L.A. No doubt. Whoop-de-whoop. I leave, man. I get back to the crib. I'm Christmas shopping the week before Christmas. It was Friday. And the the Americana Glendale. I'm walking up. Who do I see? Same dude. I was like, oh, man, what are the odds of this, man? So we dapped it up again, talked for a little bit. Well, we didn't dap, but, you know, we did the COVID dap, which is nothing. And then, you know, but dude was cool, man. No, so shouts out to Cat, man. He, you know, huh?
Was he buying your family Christmas gifts?
No, he was, but the funny thing is, he had a truckload of stuff. I was like, yeah, they must have paid him well from the job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like, this was life-changing, man.
Yeah, man, I'm so sorry.
This was life. And spoiler alert, I did have COVID, but I faked that shit.
I wanted, matter of fact, once I found out it was you, I was like, I ain't about to let this nigga work. Fuck your couch, nigga.
I had everything. I had tuberculosis. I had it all, nigga. Measles.
But they'll never know. As long as you don't get to work, I'm good. Hey, dude, did you see the Too Short E40 verses?
I skimmed through the whole thing like in 10 minutes. That shit was like almost 3 hours long, man.
It was 3 hours, man. I watched every minute of it, bro. I loved it. Listen, man, I just knew Too Short was going to blow him out. Did not know E40, didn't remember the E40 has so many bangers, man. To me, E40 ran away with this thing, man. I was like, damn, E-Feezy. I don't know are you a fan of E40 or Too Shorts?
Oh, I'm a Too Short fan. I'm not necessarily an E40 fan. And it was the opposite to me. Yeah. It was Short Dog, like definitely killed him early on.
Yes.
With all his old stuff.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of, E40's old stuff is like really local.
Yeah,
man. You know, really
Like he
area.
opened with something I had never heard.
Yeah, his stuff was really, really local.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously Too Short had mainstream success before 40.
And more famous, yeah.
Yeah, and even like his mainstream stuff, I think after like the 90s for me, I was kind of done with him. He had some hits that tell him where to go and all of that stuff. But I think a lot of his stuff was I think a lot of his stuff was like collabs. You know, because he was playing songs I remember. And I was like, you were on that? I know that ain't your song.
Yeah, so you talking about 40 or Short? You're talking
40,
about Short, right?
Yeah, 40. He was taking
40,
credit for
40,
like,
40.
he was taking credit because he was featured on the song and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, but he's still on it.
Yeah, I know. You know,
I mean,
like,
the concert. You go to a rap concert these days, man. They doing features, man. They doing.
I know,
verse
but he was like,
switching.
he did. I know, like a classic, but he did like I Got 5 on the remix.
Hey,
like that ain't your song, homie. That ain't your
man,
song.
But he had a verse. He counts, dog. I mean, to me, that's how he caught up and ran away with it, man. All those features started to add up, man. It was like, oh, okay, let me find out. 40 has more current hits. Short Dog had the old school hits. But let me tell you, the one that Short Dog didn't want to play, I was so glad he did, was Dope Fiend Beat. When I tell you that was my cut, 5th grade, come out, my boy Patrick Valentine introduced me to Too Short, and I was like, what is this? What is this? Might have changed my life.
I didn't like Short like that when he first came out, man. Just because, my guys are like Kane and all these guys.
Of course. I figured you did. Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously Short's not them.
No.
And so he had a couple of bangers and stuff like that, but I wasn't a Too Short fan until probably college, maybe.
Okay.
I had a homeboy who was from Oakland, and he would just sit there and play like cocktails.
Okay.
And then like, he would go out and get the old stuff too, like cuss words. And I remember all those songs, but like 11th grade, Shorty the Pimp, that was like my homeboy Kevin Stevens' like favorite album. So on the bus rides home, he would be playing Shorty the Pimp, and so it was like, yeah, I like that.
Nice.
And Robbie liked Short too. Robbie,
okay, rest in peace,
greatest
my brother.
best friend.
Cool dude that I didn't know.
The greatest best friend a guy could ever have.
Hey, man, we're going to talk about high school in a second we get back, man, because we have a guy that wants to know how we met, man, which is a weird story, man. We're going to talk about that when we come back. And, man, we got some feedback, and we got a post-nut story from a guy who tried to pimp his way out of not paying rent. Did it work? Find out next. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, guys? I sure hope you're enjoying the show. If you like it, I invite you to go to our website, themrapodcast.com, and catch up on over 100 episodes that we have in store for you.
You ain't working, you might as well check us out.
And if you want some more, go over to The World According to Cheryl and check me out on Cheryl Underwood's podcast. We post content there every single day. We have her normal radio show labeled SUR, and then the Cheryl Underwood podcast, where we get in her personal business every Friday. Then on the weekends, we have the specialty shows that range from Late Night Cupcake to Auntie Cheryl's House Party to our gospel show, Spiritual Nourishment.
You gotta check out The World According to Cheryl, even though I ain't on it.
We got some feedback, Hobie.
Do we now?
Yes, man, from Wayne and Lexington. He says, I'm new to the show, but I have to tell you guys, I love it.
Next
Trying to understand who you guys are and how you know each other. How did you guys meet? Funny show. Keep up the good work, Wayne and Lexington. Kamal and I went to high school together, Eisenhower High School in Rialto, California. We were not friends. I knew who you were, as the dude that wore the big socks, had the head. You had the big head and the big socks. That's what I remembered about you, man. And you always had a basketball, and you walked with your head back in a cocky way.
It's pretty cocky.
And I thought your name was Kamal. And when I met you again as comedian, and I remember you, and you were like, yeah, I mean, obviously it was like Kamal. I was like, that's so funny, man. You kind of look like this dude Kamal. I didn't realize you were Kamal. I swear to God, for like the first couple years of you being my boy Kamal, I just thought, man, there was a Kamal and a Kamel. And I did
not know that.
I did not know you were Kamal.
I was both of them niggas.
I know, man. And then it dawned on me one day, oh, shit, Kamal is Kamal. There is no Kamal.
Yeah. So basically, man, I didn't call myself Kamal. I called myself Kamel.
Yes.
Which sounds like Kamel.
That's what I thought it was.
Right. And so I just never corrected people. You know what I'm saying? My sisters call me Kamel. A lot of like my old school homies call me Kamel. My parents named me Kamal. And so as I got older, it was just, my name is actually Kamal. I didn't really hit that.
Hilarious.
I didn't hit that hard A like that.
That was you with the big ass socks. What was with the socks, Kamal?
I thought I was fresh, man. I thought I was fresh shit, man. I was a big ass socks, man. Because I still do. I got really skinny legs, so I'm trying to make my shit look like as big as possible. Like I can fool you, even though I don't. It's so obvious now. I'm putting emphasis on my skinny legs with the big ass cast socks.
I remember you as do the right thing. That's who you reminded me of.
Mookie?
Yes, man. Like the way you carried yourself, it was like a super bubbly confidence almost.
Man, I was pretty arrogant back in those days, man. I was trying to be fresh. See, I knew you as Kashala's brother, and I knew Kashala pretty well because we were in the same like AP classes, college prep classes. We were like in the same programs. I think Black Future Leaders and all that stuff.
Yes.
And at the time, I knew her boyfriend. He was, my homeboy and stuff like that.
Dwight.
Yeah, Dwight was my homeboy. He was my my teammate and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't know you guys played together.
Yeah, so I knew her, and then we went to college together, me and Kashala. And so I remember I saw you on like Ricky Lake or some shit like that.
Hilarious.
And I was like, with Jenny Jones, whatever the fuck you got played.
Ricky Lake. It was Ricky Lake.
Like, oh man, that's Kashala's brother looking like a sucker on national TV. If I saw her, I was like,
no,
man,
that
what's
was
up
Maury
with
Povich. That was Maury Povich.
What's up with your brother, man? This nigga
that was Maury Povich.
I ain't the coolest cat, but this guy is a straight sucker. And she was like, no, it was fake. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Man, that's funny. Yeah, that's how we met. And then we re-met as comedians. And that's when we became boys, man, when we met at Mixed Nuts.
Yeah, man. I always tell this story because you wanted to get on, and I don't think you've gotten on at the guy Matt Marv's night. And so I don't think I've ever seen you do stand-up before. I was like, I'm trying to be like a big shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm the big homie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, yeah, man, I can get you on. You're like, yeah, I know the guy, man. I know niggas. So, I know niggas. So I go to her. Here's my homeboy Kyle, man. He's the comedian. He's like, is he funny? I said, yeah. And that nigga looked at me, hey, is he funny?
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever seen you do stand-up before. And I was like,
You had.
I was like, yeah, man. Lying my ass off. I was lying
Hysterical.
like, do you understand? If you had bombed, because I wasn't really, my spot was not secure. I was barely on. And so I was over there fronting like, man, I can get you on. Like, nigga, my spot wasn't even guaranteed.
That is funny.
And nah, man, and you killed. And it was such a sigh of relief, like thank you, this guy. Because, dude, I was fronting to you like I was that nigga.
That is
like,
hysterical,
nigga,
dude.
You could have ruined my career.
Man.
For both of us.
Marv.
For
that was
both
a fun, man. That was a hell of a show, man. I'm glad things worked out, man. Hey, so yeah, that's how it went down, man. We come back, man, because we could do this all day, but we got to keep moving. We come back, we have a post-nut story from a guy who tried to pimp his way out of not paying rent. Did it work? Oh my God, this is hilarious. I can't wait till y'all hear this. Find out next is the MRA Podcast. According to Webster's dictionary, being in post-nut mode is when you have a clear mind and you can make sound decisions as if you just busted a nut.
Yeah, I don't know if Webster actually said that.
No, he didn't. But our listener, Big Easy Q, told us all about it, and we can relate. Women, men. So listen, if you have a story of when you did something foolish.
In pre-nut mode.
Yeah, something really dumb. Maybe it was top grime. Especially something in pre-nut mode you don't want nobody to know about. Hit us up, and we'll tell the world. We can all laugh at your expense, and hopefully you'll learn from your mistakes.
Aristotle once said, the results of pre-nut mode is the best teacher. I think he said some shit like that.
Send us your stories at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That's dearirby@themrapodcast.com. And now it's time for a post-nut mode story, only on the MRA Podcast. Here we go. This is from Tremaine in Naptown. I got this crazy story for y'all about my cousin. Rest in peace. Whenever they say I got a crazy story about a guy who passed away, I just feel like it's going to be really crazy.
They can really tell it now.
Yeah, like, oh God, here we go.
He ain't around.
Yeah, so fuck it. Here we go. This guy was a wild boy. 3 things he loved was liquor, women, and gambling. He was living with his girlfriend, or should I say one of his girlfriends. She was taking care of this cat, paying the rent, and all that because he never could hold down a job. One month, his girl told him that he had to help out. He had to start doing something around there or she was going to give him the boot. He promises to take care of the rent, so he goes to another woman. He goes to another woman and gets the rent money. He is just about to pay the rent for the first time, but then this fool gets the big idea that he could pay 2 months' rent if he puts the money down on the number. He puts all the rent money down and loses all the rent money. He's sitting there drinking that E&J, not knowing what he's going to do. He looks outside and sees the landlord pulling up the trash cans for the complex. I've seen her a couple times, and I always thought she was more into women than men based on how she looked, if you know what I mean. He told me she always flirted with him, but I never believed him because my cousin was the type of guy who thought every girl wanted him. On this day when the landlord came over to take the cans out, my cousin gets to flirting with her, and the next thing you know, he has her in the house with her knees locked around his ears, eating that thing real good. He says she came so hard, he thought she was going to squeeze his head open. Golly. Afterward, the lady says, "That was good. Now what can I do for you?" He tells her to let the rent slide this month, if she can, and he would get her back next month. She looked at my cousin dead in his eyes, said, "Boy, I was talking about sucking your dick. The rent is due on the 1st or you're out." The landlord wasn't playing either. Him and his girl got evicted. He ate that thing for nothing. I hope that made you laugh. Shout out to my cousin. Name was Paris and lived in Rochester, New York. Come on, you ever know the guy crazy like that.
Yeah, definitely. I got a homeboy right now who was wild like that, but he wasn't like, he handled his business.
Oh, okay.
So he was wild, but basically he would never be living off of a chick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank God.
But like he had, gang of women.
Mm-hmm.
They were all in love with them. He would get caught, but not get caught. It's like, dude, this nigga's dead to right.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, dude, because we in college, man, we would have like we lived next door to each other. We had like it was like 8 of us in these 2 houses next to each other. He would have his girl next door in his house, in his room, waiting for him while he's at our spot in our kitchen, like smashing some chick.
Damn.
Right. He was that type of wild boy.
He was that dude.
But man was a certified genius. Kicked ass in school, class, man. But on the weekends, man, he had the same vices as dude's cousin, man. Gambling, liquor, and women. But come Monday,
it was game time.
He's a model student.
Like Michael Jordan, man. We come back. T.I. says whoever pays the cost of the house should be the boss, even the kids. Do we agree? Find out soon. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, guys, if you're digging the show, then please tell somebody. People might say something to you like, hey, man, what podcast you listening to? And that's when you say the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal.
Or the MRA Podcast with Kamal and Kyle.
T.I. about a year ago made headlines when he said he takes his daughter to the doctor. He takes his daughter to the doctor every year to check that hymen. Well, this year he spoke on his podcast, according to Jasmine Brandt, about who should run the household. He said the dumbest thing anybody ever did in life in the history of humanity is to pay the cost and not be the boss. Man, woman, or child, whoever's paying 100% of the bills has 100% of the say unless you're married. Kamal, do you agree?
Yes. I think, man, honestly, dude, if whoever made the money was like the boss, think Michael Jackson would still be black and still be alive. You know what I'm saying? Gary Coleman would probably still be alive. Macaulay Culkin, all of these people, man. Like, they was making all the money and somebody else was like dictating how they was going to spend it and what to do. I definitely think that even when you're married, even when you're married, whoever is bringing home the bacon gets to decide when and where we're going to eat that shit. How it's getting prepared and served. Now, I get it, marriage is a partnership and stuff like that. And if you got 2 incomes, then basically that's a partnership. But if you're on a free scholarship, you just along for the ride and stuff like that. And I don't really see how much input you can really give on the money if you're not the one responsible for bringing it in.
Let me tell you something, Kamal. I absolutely disagree with you. First of all, Michael Jackson was making the decisions. He would be alive right now, but he wouldn't be no damn king of pop. He'd be the king of stock. He'd be the stock boy at JCPenney. There is no way in hell if he's running the show that Joe Jackson, he wouldn't have been successful. He needed Joe Jackson checking him to be successful.
Obviously at like, saying 10 and 12, but when that man got to be like the dancing machine Mike, and Joe was still running the show and jerking them out of like money from Motown and all that stuff.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't know Joe did that, but yeah.
Yeah, man. Same thing with what was my Arnold, Gary Coleman's parents, man. They were his money managers and didn't know shit about money managing.
Yeah, that's bad. But I don't care how much money a kid makes. You need to stay in your kid position. You are not running things. Now, it is weird when your kid makes all the money, but they are not run. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't give a damn how much she makes. If she with me, she ain't running a damn thing but her mouth. But let me tell you this, Kamal. The reason why is because I'm never going to let a woman support me as the final solution. You know what I mean? She can invest while I get my plan together. Hopefully it don't take too damn long. But as this is what it is, okay, I can understand. Even then, I'm like, ooh. But if first of all, if you're a man and your woman is paying all the bills on a permanent basis, man, she gonna lose respect to you for you soon. For you soon. She just gonna lose respect.
Well, the thing about it is you're saying that then basically you shouldn't date outside of your class, your weight class is what you're saying, because so if a regular guy has the gift of gab, he's a waiter at Buffalo Wild Wings, and he runs across Rihanna, macks her up, and she just falls head over heels. And so what's he supposed to do? Try to become like a tech billionaire while he's with Rihanna? Or is he going to be sitting in the pool, you know what I'm saying, just chilling, enjoying life, servicing her when she's ready?
Oh, God, no. Come out. Oh, hell no. Didn't you watch the goddamn Too Short E40 shit?
I told you I breezed through it.
That's what you should have. Go back and watch it. I'm telling you, man, I don't give a damn who's making the money, man. If you are, I mean, just look at how pimps do it, man. Pimps, they ain't doing none of the work. They doing all the mind work, but they ain't doing none of the hard work, and they get 100% of the profits, which I personally think is wrong. That's just, come on, man. That's just not even right.
However, 10%, right?
I mean, come on. She should.
Give him. Give him something.
Look, even Big Red gave him, a car. You know what I mean? They got a little something.
Cadillac or some shit.
I mean, but that's what pimps do. That's what pimps do. That's what record industry people do, man. I'm listening to the podcast of The Birth of the New Jack Swing about Teddy Riley and them, how they came up, and they had a pimp. I mean, he wasn't a pimp, but he was pimping them out of their money. It happens all the time. You get one person thirsty, one person with all the power, and they end up pimping you. My point is, man, even if she is the star, she didn't got to be the boss, man. And like, Ken Do and Mary J. Blige. I mean, eventually, if you play it wrong, Monique and whoever her dude is, if you play it wrong, you're going to end up getting played. But I'm sorry, fellas, you don't have to get checked like that. You can still hold it down in your respect, because I'm going to tell you, man, they going to lose respect for you, dog.
Well, I'm not saying, see, I think you're equating making like, household decisions, financial decisions with basically somebody just getting run over.
That's true. And that's not fair, because then that's saying, well, then you want to run over a woman. And that's not true. I just want to be the boss.
Yeah, I'm good with getting supported, man. My ego.
You cool being on a full-ride scholarship, Kamal?
Man, I have gone to work enough days.
Hilarious. Well, you a fool, man.
I have been, punching the clock.
You're all right to let her get a little reciprocation.
Man, let me tell you something, man. My girl pops tomorrow, and she's like the star of some TV show, homie.
You holding the purse, Kamal?
Maybe not holding the purse, but I am definitely doing the cooking and the cleaning, or I'm taking care of the staff to make sure the cooking and the cleaning is getting done. And I have to, she tell me to fire somebody. My girl said, you got to go.
Hey, listen, wifey said, listen, Denise should be tripping, but she said you got to go. So I don't know what to tell you, man. You got to go. But hey, you got to go, man.
Gotta go.
That's your job, man. Fire the people, man. I am mad at you, but we got to move on, man. We come back. Lil Wayne shares a vulnerable moment online. And after that, the rapper Lil Baby has another hook of putting his girl on blast. What is going on? We will tell you soon. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys and gals, if you're enjoying the show, let someone know. Whatever app you're listening on, please subscribe, give us 5 stars, and leave a positive comment.
Why wouldn't you give us 5 stars and a positive comment? We're great.
Yes, we are. This helps our placement so that other people can enjoy the show as well.
And why wouldn't they? We're great.
Lil Wayne took to Twitter to vent about not getting nominated for this year's Grammy. He said, as an artist, when I see the Grammys coming up and I'm not involved or invited, I wonder, is it me, my music? He put it with a K, not a C, because I guess that's some bullshit, or just another technicality. I look around with respect and wonder, competitively, am I not worthy? Then I look around and see 5 Grammys looking back at me. And I go to the studio. Come on, man. This type of vulnerable conversation. Are you having this with your wife, your boy, your mirror, nobody? Are you having this conversation?
Wow. I'm getting nominated for a Grammy. Nigga, you don't sack up. If you don't sack the fuck
He's back, Kamal's back. He went from holding the purse and running her empire Street Powder, he's back, y'all. Sorry, he's back. He just was taking a break for a second. He's back.
Man,
Come on in, guys.
Tripping. Man, what is this guy talking about, man? I mean, is it me? Is it my music? Listen, man. I mean, because my son is like into like the Grammys and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
And I tell my son this stuff all the time, dude. Like the Grammys are like people who just like, you know, they vote on music. They're part of some what is it called? Some
fraternity? It's
not a fraternity, man. It's like I don't know. It's like some academy, some music academy.
Sure.
And they vote. And they vote on every single music. Every single.
Know about that.
Yeah.
I think they have like the people that are country and voting for country, I thought.
Man, the people who vote hip hop are not hip hop guys. That's how Macklemore wins. You know.
Wow. So wait a minute. Is the same guy voting for hip hop the same guy voting for country?
I believe so. And if not, it doesn't matter because the guy who's voting for hip hop is not the guy who you would trust with your hip hop decisions. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was, man. I really thought, and I could be wrong.
I mean, maybe it's changed.
Yeah,
maybe it's changed.
They had like a Grammy board of like real people that know the genre, that really understand it, and not the same person.
Well, the hip hop category is relatively new. You know, it's relatively new, and so man, I don't. Grammy schmammies. And Lil Wayne, like he said earlier, he said in an interview that he looks up out of 10 people who's rhyming, probably 9 of them will say he's the reason why they're rhyming.
Yeah, that's how it works, man.
And if you know that and you're so secure, why do you need to be nominated for a Grammy to only to lose to some 18-year-old mumble mouth rapper who's looked up to you his whole life? It's like, man, just be a legend. You know, just be a legend. I'm not even a fan of Wayne's music, but I know he's a legend in the game. Just be a legend. Don't worry about the awards because, like he says, he gets respect from the people who are winning the awards.
I feel you, man. Hey, man, well, when we come back, man, we got somebody whining for a good reason. Actually, Grammy-nominated rapper Lil Baby gets called out by another porn star. This time I didn't say hooker because you corrected me. We'll talk about the difference when we come back. It's the MRA Podcast. You listen to us, but Kamal and I want you to know that we listen to you too.
Even if we don't always respond to your tweets in a timely manner.
I love how you say we, man. So if you have some feedback, maybe you agree.
Maybe you disagree.
Or maybe you just want to tell us how much you love the show, or that you want to testify about how we specifically helped you out. Or maybe you just want to tell Kamal how he was right or wrong.
But mostly right.
Whatever you want to tell us, hit us on our social. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Hit us up and you just might hear your comment on the air.
Promise. We'll be gentle.
Come out, we talked about it. What's the difference between a hooker and a porn star? The reason why I called him a hooker is because it's sex for money. That's the reason why I said it. I mean, it ain't the same, but it's very similar. It's I don't know, man. It's almost like the hookers, they both have sex for money, but the porn star does it in front of everybody.
I guess the porn star can read dialogue, I guess. I don't know.
No, I don't watch porn with dialogue. So.
Actually, that's the only kind I like.
Man, you're strange, bro.
Yeah, that's the only kind I like is basically the acting.
You like the stories.
Well, I don't care about the stories, but like, yes, there is a story. Yes, it's not just basically like, hey.
No, I like amateurs, man, because I can't stand the acting. Because I hate when I see, one thing I can't stand, Kamal, I would rather not have sex with a woman than have a woman fake it. And a woman gonna be like, well, you don't know, they all fake it. That's fine, but whatever. If they all fake it, whatever. Whatever. I don't believe they all fake it, but whatever.
I've never been with anybody who faked it.
But the point is, man, I don't want to watch anybody faking it. I don't want to see anybody acting. I want to see real two people that are enjoying this session together. And they ain't got to try to show out. Once a woman starts looking at the camera, I'm like, up next, I cannot. Like, please do not try to look sexy. You learn a lot about somebody by their porn search, Kamal. Yeah. Lil Baby got put on blast by a porn star. His girlfriend posted a pic of herself that said, send me a nude. So it was like a scene she set up. And then her response was her in a nude-colored outfit. So some porn star named Tiana Trump responded directly to that pic saying, that's why you got cheated on, then added the yawning emoji. Damn, why? I should not bother nobody.
No.
What? I don't understand why you would come for somebody like that. Let's pretend you really were with her man, the rapper Lil Baby. Why are you dissing his girl like that?
This is the different generation, Kyle. I don't like it. The side pieces, everybody is everybody's thirsty. Everybody's on the come up. So basically, people are trying to like clout chase off of somebody else's name. Lil Baby's hot. You know what I'm saying? So
nominated for a Grammy.
Right. Yeah, he's hot, nominated for a Grammy. So let me just say something that's gonna spark some controversy and get the internets talking and stuff like that.
And
so
boost
what?
My views.
Yeah, so what if I ruin his relationship and all, embarrass his girl? This is about me. I need people to be at me and all of that stuff because that is going to increase my viewership, my whatever the fuck likes, my subscription, my whatever the fuck, my followers, all of that stuff, which will probably jack up my porn price.
Yeah,
you know, all that stuff is really selfish. You know, you didn't hear no Vanessa Del Rio talking shit about James Ingram.
Ruining Randall Cunningham's marriage. You never saw nothing like that.
Exactly. Heather Hunter, you know what, man? Heather Hunter to this day, like if she talks about Tupac, she end up crying because she had a relationship with Tupac.
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit.
I didn't know either.
Exactly.
Because Heather Hunter has morals about her porn game.
Exactly.
Little Baby's girl's name is Jada. She fired back at Tiana saying, "But you suck dick for a living." And Tiana Trump responded, "Yeah, I do. Your man loves my mouth." Oh, my God. Why? Ladies, can I say this to you? If a woman is getting, quote, unquote, cheated on, I even hate that phrase, it is not about you. There is nothing wrong with you. He just wants variety for whatever reason. Stop thinking just because she is sharing her man, that there's something wrong with her. That's not real because you're sharing yours too.
Yeah. And this poor girl, man, because a couple of weeks ago, this other porn star, Miss London, I never heard. I heard of Tiana Trump.
These people. I don't know these rappers or these porn stars. Go ahead.
I've heard of Tiana Trump. But
I told you because I don't watch the porn stars. I watch the underground.
Exactly.
I watch the home videos. Go ahead.
You watch.
I like the kind on YouPorn.
What's it called? Voyeurism and shit like that.
Yeah, man. I like the kind on YouPorn. I even like the couples on YouPorn where they're just a regular couple. Like, the girl ain't bad. The dude ain't all cut up. They're a regular couple going at it. That's my favorite. And, consensually. Not no hidden camera shit. But go ahead.
Yeah. But so Miss London, I guess she got drunk. And she just started bragging about, like, Lil Baby's, like, sex game.
Yeah, I said YouPorn is Pornhub. Go ahead.
Yeah, she started bragging about it. Like, she was drunk tweeting and stuff like that. Eesh. And she apologized, but
of course
he started dissing her. And so then she was like, "Yeah, nigga, fuck it. Now I'm airing you out. Now I told you I was going to try to handle this shit. I was going to
try to handle it.
I was going to fix it.
Get the fuck out of here,
right.
Man. You already ruined it. You already done messed up.
Yeah.
So now I got to defend my girl.
I guess he paid her. He paid her, like, you know what I'm saying? She was like...
Yeah, a bunch of racks. Yeah.
Right.
Because one of the comments, the comments on the black sites was so hilarious. One of the comments talked about if he paid this one this, he must... I think 15 stacks or whatever. So he must have paid Tiana 50, whatever. Anyway, man, I don't know. It's ridiculous, man. Women, they're women, but I don't know, man. I don't respect that type of person that is... Go ahead.
I mean, a deal was made.
Yeah, come on, breach a contract, dog.
It's a breach of contract. What's the breach of contract? What is the repercussions? A deal was made. Why is this man's name being brought up?
And embarrassing his lady, man.
Why are you going at my lady, man?
I know his woman wants to pretend that she found the one famous monogamous rapper. Let her pretend that on her own time.
Yeah.
Stop ruining her
Even
fantasy,
if she knows the deal, what's the point of embarrassing her, man?
Yeah. Even if she's with it, which she probably is, because that's why she ain't, making a big fuss. But let's not embarrass. Come on, ladies. You got to do better. When we come back, college football playoffs are set, and some people are mad about it. Plus, the Rose Bowl will not be in Pasadena. What in the hell? You lose your finish. We come back. It's MRA Podcast. Guys, I have a comedy album. It's called Be a Man at All Times, and it's on, what's it on? Oh, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you stream your content.
It's a damn good comedy album.
I appreciate that, man. There's stand-up on there. Kamal and I wrote a whodunit mystery called The Case of the Missing Balls. That's on there.
Based on a true story.
Check out the album. Show your boy some support. And you can buy it on iTunes. Keyword buy it. Stop streaming. Come on, you're an SC fan? I think you are, just like myself, right?
Big time SC fan.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, SC looks horrible. And it's frustrating because they're not, I don't want to ever wish a man fired, but they're not good. They're not bad enough to fire the coach, and they're not good enough to be USC. So it's all bad right now, man.
But they got one loss?
They got one loss, but they lost in the championship to Oregon, and they shouldn't have lost to Oregon. And then the other thing is, it don't matter because even if they went undefeated, you can tell they're not on the level of these other people.
Well, they always got to play comeback, miracle comeback. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback's got to throw for like 400 yards and like a game-winning drive and all of that. Teams they supposed to beat by like 18 and 30.
Who's the USC running back, Kamal?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem, dog. Marcus Allen, O.J. Simpson, Reggie Bush. Come on, man. You're supposed to know the USC running back.
Well, I'll say this. I'm pretty fair weather, man. So when SC's not good, I don't even pay attention to college football. That's the problem.
But that's my point. You should know the SC running back if you're a smidgen of the fan and you live in LA.
Well, they should be a powerhouse, like a consistent powerhouse, like Alabama. Like every year, Alabama's in the hunt.
Yes, every year. And I can't tell you that Alabama's running back either. Anyway, I can't tell you. I think he's number 22, though. I can tell you that. Anyway, Alabama's number 1. They're 11-0. Clemson's 10-1. They lost to Notre Dame. They're number 2. Number 3 is Ohio State. They lost. They went undefeated, but only played 6 games. And number 4 is 10-1 Notre Dame. Man, I'm disappointed that USC is not in this conversation, Kamal. I don't know what they're going to do to turn around. They're going to need a new coach, man. But I'm going to tell you this before we move on, man. The Rose Bowl is moving to Texas because California has very strict guidelines. I'm going to guess that you're happy about that. How do you feel about that?
Why would I be happy?
I don't know. I would think you'd be one of those people that's like, yeah, man, we got to be safe.
Well, yeah. Well, my thing is if you don't have to have fans there.
Yeah.
You know,
if SC can play in LA, why can't they have the Rose Bowl in Pasadena?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't really, like I said, my boys, I got no dog in this fight, man. I hope everybody loses 0-0. I hope it's the worst rated because I won't be watching, man. I'm that guy. I am a bitter fan of my squad's not in it.
You ain't watching.
I don't enjoy the sport. I ain't watched basketball in 12 years, man.
And you ain't going to watch it for a while, man. When we come back, man, Tiger Woods and his son play golf together. And after that, Nadia from Brooklyn is single again. You never guess what happened this time. Kamal and I will help her out. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, guys, what's up? If you're enjoying this show, do us a favor and donate to our Patreon.
Word.
Just go to www.patreon.com. That's Patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast of Kyle and Kamal.
Word.
It's that simple. Listen to the show, love the show, share the show, break the show off with some dough.
Bars.
Kamal, I saw a clip with Tiger Woods playing. I saw my dad. I cut my dad's hair, which is a great father-son bonding moment. I can't believe it's taking this long for us to have this, but whatever, it is what it is. So I cut my dad's hair, and this is our time. We talk and shoot the shit. And he was telling me about Tiger Woods' son, playing golf, and I was hating like, man, so what? Tiger ain't no Earl. He ain't Earl. He ain't gonna really. I didn't realize they was playing in a real golf tournament. Like the PNC golf tournament in Orlando. That is dope as hell, man. I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, man. How cool is it the Tiger gets to play in a real tournament with his son, man? How did that make you feel, dude?
Whatever.
Oh, okay, not so much.
Whatever. I mean, that's good for Tiger, man. I know LeBron's sticking around so he can try to play in the NBA with his son. But his son's going to be so good that his team's not going to draft. He's not going to get a chance to draft. The Lakers won't get a chance to draft Bronny.
You think Bronny's going to be that good? Because so far he's like decent.
Yeah, I think. I don't think he'll fall to wherever the Lakers going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he's going to try to like bully, like don't like pick up my son, and my son ain't playing for nobody unless they trade him to LA. But he's gonna try it. But nah, man, if you can, I would love to sit there and write jokes with my son, stuff like that. I would love to sit the bench on JV with my son.
Hilarious. You stupid.
My son played JV. He was coming off the bench. I shedded a tear. Man. We looked at each other. We shared a moment. Like, Yeah, son,
Go ahead, man. We did that, Dad. The team won.
Oh, man, shit. Your team got a little closer, son. You really ain't getting in.
You ain't getting in, but it's a moral victory.
That point guard made another 3. Damn it. He's staying in the game.
And then we come back. Nadia from Brooklyn is single again. You never guess what happened this time. Kamal and I got to coach her up. It's the MRA Podcast. You need some advice in your relationship
and can't afford a therapist?
Yeah. Hit us up and we'll get you through this.
We won't even charge you a copay.
Exactly. The Dear Irby letter is our longest standing segment on the MRA, dating all the way back to the webisodes. This is where we truly save relationships one listener at a time. We've saved marriages.
Encouraged divorce.
Taught a guy how to please his woman.
Encouraged divorce.
Yeah, so hit us up for advice and we'll help you out. Send your emails to dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Let's get in this Dear Irby letter. Dear Irby, the rebound tryst I mentioned last time, which was casual and fun, has ended. So for those of them catch the listeners up, Nadia from Brooklyn is our loyal writer. She writes in and she has fun and she's sexually free and we love her. But then she got locked down at the beginning of COVID, and then her and her man broke up. Because she was, he was looking for somebody a little more religious and conservative, even though nothing about Nadia from Brooklyn says religious or conservative. She's fun. That's what Nadia is. She's smart, she's beautiful, and she's fun. And these busters seem to not be able to handle it, man. I mean, not say busters, man. These men cannot handle it, all right? So she said it was casual and it's fun. It has ended. He said it's best if we stop having sex since we both... What? Since both of us were just doing it to get over something. He lost his grandfather, and of course, I broke up with a guy who had wanted to marry me. It was working for me. The flirtation, the sex, I thought it was working for him. What do you think happened? Was he starting to catch feelings? Nadia from Brooklyn. Kamal, help us. What the hell happened?
I don't know. Well, I don't know how honest she was with him, because remember, she said that she was liking this guy, but she could never see herself just being with one man. And she asked us, she was like, hey, guys, you think a woman could, a dude will want a woman?
But that was about her last dude, I thought.
No. This was about this guy. The last guy was some churchy stuff.
So the last guy, she asked us, will a guy ever be able to handle a woman who's free?
Yeah, basically to step out. And I was like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. But she didn't really talk about this guy. She said she was just going on a hike with dude.
That's this guy.
Right. Mm-hmm. You could be right. I ain't going to argue. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so I'm saying that maybe she had this conversation with him. He was like, that shit ain't going to work for me. That ain't going to work for me. I'm sorry. I was getting over my grandfather and everything like that.
So you think she tried to make it serious?
No, I think not necessarily serious, but let him know that basically, if it gets serious, I'm still gonna want some outside swipe.
Oh, okay.
If Nadia is saying that she can never see herself being with one man, and this guy's like, you know what? Before you even get serious, that's a deal breaker for me. It's a deal breaker for me. And I have to believe I'm not the only guy like myself in the world, and so that's a possibility. Was he starting to catch feelings? I'm thinking he ended it before he caught feelings. And then he's following you and shit all day. He's driving around, what I'm saying, making sure you go to work, making sure you say where you at, putting the tracking device in your purse. So that's what he broke it off, so he probably wouldn't catch feelings. That's what a black man thinks.
All right, man. When we come back, I'm going to weigh in. Yo, what's up? I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kamal.
And you're listening to the MRA Podcast, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. Kamal, you scratching my head, man. I love getting a perspective from somebody who's thinking totally different than me, because I'm like, man, I didn't see that. What I saw is she went safe. Like, what kind of dude is having sex with Nadia and breaks it off because we're just doing it? Who gives a fuck why we're doing it? I don't understand that. I cannot comprehend having sex with somebody as fine as Nadia. I've never seen her, but in my mind, she got the way these fools be acting.
I got it. I don't want to see Nadia because I have an image of Nadia in my head.
Yeah. Nadia's fine and free. I love Nadia, but she keeps getting with these jokers, man. It also makes me wonder when she says it's best if we stop having sex. What? Stop doing with these soft dudes. This last guy, dude sounded soft. He sounded pudgy. He sounded like not an alpha male. I want to know, Nadia, are you going safe? Are you trying to protect yourself or something? Are you protecting your heart? I understand if that's all you can get. I highly don't think that's the case. What deep down is making you go safe with these chumps? I don't understand. I don't want to call them chumps, man, but
you did.
I did. I really did come out. I just don't understand. No, I did. Just call me out. I don't understand it, man. That's my big deal. Like, it's almost like Cheryl was talking about on Cheryl Underwood Radio how, she attracts these soft dudes. And I'm like, of course you attract soft dudes because you're so hard. You know what I mean? Opposites attract. So I'm wondering if it's something about Nadia's brand, her go-get-it attitude, her freedom that intimidates dudes. You ever heard a woman so fine talk about I intimidate men? And I'm always like, yeah, right. This seems like this is what's happening with Nadia.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely been intimidated by some bad chicks before.
Yeah, I have too, man. Mm-hmm. When I saw them, I'm like, oof. Because you just all of a sudden, when they're just normal looking, that's why maybe I like watching normal women in porn. You can talk to them, you know what I mean. But when they're breathtaking, you can't. Your breath is away. You can't talk to them because they've taken your breath away. It affects your whole game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think happened? I think he caught feelings. That's what I think. And I don't understand why you would. I don't understand why you would push away from a woman, like end it with a woman you're having feelings for. To me, I would try for more. I don't know, Kamal, if you got feelings for a woman, would you end it or would you want more?
Depends, man. Like I said, if I realize this shit's gonna cause me heartache and misery,
mm-hmm.
I would probably end it. Wow. I would probably end if I know I am going to be addicted to this shit. If I snorted cocaine and I fucking loved it, I'm like, let me stop this shit now. Before this shit causes me a lifetime of misery.
So let's help Nadia, man. We love Nadia. Let's help her out. What should she do? Is there a case to be made that she should share less, lie to these fools, or should she keep? Because honestly, the honest route means she's gonna lose a lot of guys that can't handle the truth. The lying route is what most dudes do, and that makes it last longer. It's just more heartbreaking when it's over. I don't know. What should she do, Kamal?
I think, man, she needs to go back to her roots, man. I think that, remember when she first started writing in, she was really upset with a lot of these guys who just wanted to have sex and all that stuff, man. So she started changing who she was going after. Remember, she didn't like the fact that like guys weren't ready to settle down and they just wanted to have sex, and then she started coming up with this list of this checklist of what she wanted in the person, and so she started putting restrictions on the guy she was looking for, and so she's had a change of heart, but I think she's still operating in that same in those parameters. I think she needs to get rid of those parameters and just go back to the same old guy she used to be with. And now she's got a different understanding. She's got a different perspective because now she's back to being free and just like, you know what, I just want to do me. Because back in the day, she got tired of that. She wanted to settle down and have like a nice, Ozzy and Harriet relationship. And then she's had a change of heart, but she's still like looking out for like, Ozzy's and shit like that. Leave Ozzy's alone.
I'm going to go out on a limb right here, man. In closing, I'm wondering, Nadia, if you're listening, I know you are. You love us. We love you. Is there a guy from your past that accepted you, but he had a catch? Because there's somebody. I am so blessed to have met somebody that accepts me for me. There's somebody that accepts you for you. I know there is. But was there something wrong? Was there something on your list that you didn't like about him? If that's the case, let's talk about that guy. Because I know there's somebody for you, Nadia. I know it. You're awesome. We love you. The world loves you. Our listeners love you. I know there's got to be somebody who will work with you. But the question is, will you work with him? Where can we find you?
Twitter and Instagram at Andy Kamal.
I am at Kyle Irby, KYLEERBY on all social media at the MRA Podcast. That's where you can find Kamal or I. Either one of us will respond. KyleIrby.com is my website where you can see, man, not all my commercials are there, but a lot of my commercials are there, including my current one. The MRAPodcast.com is where you can listen to 125 of our episodes. Kamal, funny stuff today, man. Thank you for bringing it as usual. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.